The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he brings it back to right around the 26. Yard line. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Luck over the middle, complete. That's Doyle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll look to throw. Steps away. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And now running right through it. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Ebron caught left side. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw, and that one falls incomplete. Trying to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on the last drive, but fell incomplete. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Out to his left. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Luck. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's White, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Offense.
Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Back to throw. Luck. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 2 yards on that play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Goodwin able to haul it in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Marquise Goodwin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Here's Humphreys. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 71 yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually...
And out now come the Cowboys. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
I don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going.
Now a hit and lock. Lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he...
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Now a carry for White. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Love. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it's 3rd and 5.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. It's caught, Shepard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a first down as well. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now White. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Here's Love. Throw left side complete. It's Doyle. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing is Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marquell Lee in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round, they told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Again, this is Kamara, and he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Patriot!
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. And an alley to run. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now back to throw. Rolling to his left. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 36 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
A give. This is Michel. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. James Washington from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap. to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now a first down throw. Love. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphries. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Locke. And avoids the contact by sliding. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Third and 2, Locke. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Out of the gun, Luck. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Sterling Shepard, as the first half is winding down, and the Redskins are able to make this a close game again.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. So we now proceed to the start of the second half. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Here's Humphries. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, it's locked. Throw left side complete. That's Doyle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but
Still
all for
first
naught
down
on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so.
False start. Offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From the gun, here's Luck. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Holding. Offense.
So instead of giving them
The
another
penalty is
3rd down, they'll
declined.
decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there on third down. And even 40 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. On that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Into the Redskins' hand that they do.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it. That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. Given 9 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been automatic. How about 8 for 8 in the game thus far? Here it's 3rd and 3.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll set up a throw. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. Back now in Arlington. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Gonna let one fly for up, and this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Allen Robinson, 42 yards. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Again, it's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. And he's able to put it through. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That'll go as a loss of 5. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A shotgun snap for Love. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 9, and it's a 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He gets it to Humphreys. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
Here's Love. That's complete right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jack Doyle, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's Josh Gordon as he heads back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll run. This is Kamara. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
They'll look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. He's back to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Able to go down to a knee, wrap this one up in the wild card round. Being at home, that certainly helped.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And think of it this way. If this is tennis, they held serve. They did what they were supposed to do. Won at home, rewarded their home crowd. They may have to go on the road the rest of the way, but they'll do it with some confidence.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.